Hey everybody. Waiting for a couple of minutes just to see if anyone decides to join us. I'm working on sharing the video out on Twitter. Hey me gamer, what you doing tonight? I'm working on sharing this thing on Twitter real quick. Oh, the Holmes. You're at work, buddy, but you can still do it. Thanks. Appreciate that. Alex's Kitchen. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Me gamers, I'm just relaxing from YouTube. Are you relaxing from YouTube or are you relaxing on YouTube? Which one? Which one is it? I was giving it a couple of minutes. I want to just get to know you guys. Um, we've been grinding out a lot of content lately. I'm looking at my computer right now too, so I'm waiting to see who comes in. I also, I don't know if you guys caught any of the vlogs recently, but I injured my tailbone, so my wife, the beautiful missus, got me a cushion, so I'm sitting on it, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable here. But so, Alex, did you watch? Did you have a minute to watch any of my videos? I think I watched one. I think I liked it, if I remember. Alex, post your channel in the comments. I'll go take a look at it. Oh, I'm taking a break, me gamer, from reacting to videos. That's cool. So, I wanted to just to take a couple of minutes. I want to do these live streams like once a week. I really want to do a just kind of. I'm not trying to say a Q&A because that's not what I want to do. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, but I also think that who am I to people that someone wants to ask me questions? But I do a series called Media Shoutouts, and that series is promoting small YouTube channels that I really like, and I really really believe that in 2018 we have the potential of working together to increase the audience, all of our audiences, by collaborating with each other and swapping ideas, and that's kind of what I want to do on a weekly basis. See what happens. Right now, I have, backtracking with that belief that 2018 it really is going to be a lot more about collaborations with other YouTubers, and it is going to be a sub for sub strategy. I'm not a fan of the sub for sub strategy. If I sub to a channel, I've never been. If I sub to a channel, it's because I liked you, and I saw at least something that I liked. But with that belief, and with the media shoutouts concept that I joined YouTube to do initially, everything else is kind of birthed out of that. I wanted to do like a weekly let's connect. Like we're all content creators, we're all creatives. I wanted to get to know you guys and see what you guys got going on, and if there's any way that we can, either you and I can collaborate, or if anyone else in the chat wants to collaborate with each other. That's kind of what I want to do. But yeah, Alex, if you're still here, could you post your? Well, actually, I can probably just click on your thing. whenever I can. Never mind, Alex. I did. I did. I watched the subscribe, join me. Actually, I watched that one. But I have your channel. I'll sort through some of your videos. That's pretty much all I really wanted to do. I just wanted to chat, get to know you guys, and see what's happening. If you're keeping up with the vlogs, right now my wife, like I said, I have a tailbone injury, but my wife and I have been talking about quitting smoking, and I used to quit or smoke cigarettes back in the day, way back in the day. I quit those, and then I started smoking cigars, small little cigars, because of my dad dying, and we ended up having a miscarriage too. So lots of real stressful stuff going on that I picked up the habit again. So I'm doing the daily vlog talking about how I'm incrementally cutting down to the point that I'm going to quit within a couple of weeks, and that's been going really well. But I'm also trying to heal up from this thing. So I've been doing like a daily vlog, and once a week I've been doing the media shoutouts thing, which has been really fun to do. Really fun to do, and that's like my passion. I love that thing. And comedy skits. I have a couple of collaborations coming out with some folks here soon, but that's pretty cool. So I guess my question to you guys is, that's what I have going on with the channel right now. I have a daily vlog. I have a weekly shout outs. What are you guys going to be doing with your channels? What are some of your schedules? Tell me, what do you have on the drawing board? Holmes, I'll be on for a while. I'm hoping to be on for about an hour or so. I'm going to stick around until, let people filter in and out and get to know you guys. I'm so used to doing videos where I'm always talking or always doing something. So just to sit here and wait for people to come in, which is the whole point of live stream, right? It's about connecting with people and engaging with dialogue, and it's so weird. I did only I've been making content now for about 3 years, not on YouTube. I did a lot of stuff on different video apps. I started on Vine back in 2015. And then I went to an app called Snacked. I've been doing that for a year. And so for about 3 years total, and then a year prior to that, I was making videos, not for people. I didn't post anything. It was for family stuff and fun comedy things. And so I've been making content. I've been sitting in front of a camera for three years. It would have been 3 years in December. And live streaming is not something that I do often, and so I want to do this once a week, but this is so weird. I really like it, though. I kind of like the dialogue, but it's so weird to actually be dialoguing with people and not being able to, stop the camera and reshoot something. It's fun. Alex, from which state are you from again? I am from Central Pennsylvania. I am from a small town called Tyrone, Pennsylvania. It was named after Tyrone, Ireland. Excuse me, because we live in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains, which on a good spring day there's fog that covers everything. And if you look up pictures of Tyrone, Ireland, it looks exactly like it. Which is ironic because we were actually settled by Germans. But one or two of them happened to be from Tyrone, Ireland, and so they decided to name it Tyrone. But I don't even know if I know anyone who's full-blooded Irish here. I know a lot of people from Ireland, but I don't know if there's anyone in my hometown, Tyrone, Pennsylvania, who's full-blooded Irish. Where are you from, Alex? Where are you guys from? Tell me, where are you guys from? What do you guys have in store for your channels? What's happening? What's going to happen in the upcoming weeks? What do you guys got planned? What's on the drawing board? Um, I have a couple of comedy skit collaborations coming out here soon. Um, if Me Gamers from Wisconsin. Does that explain why your humor is always cheesy? I'm sorry. I like Wisconsin. I lived in Minneapolis for 3 years back in 2008. I moved in there December 2007. I moved out in December of 2010. So it was exactly 3 years. And I loved it. To this day, I consider it home, even though I'm from here. And as you know, St. Paul, Minneapolis is right on the border of Wisconsin. So I went over to Wisconsin there for a while, but once a week I went over because I worked right on the border at the Minneapolis airport. I managed a Wolfgang Puck restaurant in my pre-content creator days. But you know what's interesting about that? Come to think of it, what's really interesting about that is when I was in restaurant management, and this was I was in restaurant management from 2003 until 2008. And what's really cool is even back then, I didn't know how a camera even worked. But back then, I was writing scripts. I gave it to my stepbrother, and he ended up filming some stuff, rudimentary stuff, nothing really fun, or nothing. Well, it was fun, but nothing really major. But even back then, I was writing scripts, and I came up with comedy skits, and I don't have any idea why I didn't join YouTube at that time. That would have been the time to do it. Okay, sirrah. So I decided to join when I'm 35. Is what it is. And it's not to say anything. I mean, there are people on YouTube that I watch that I really like that are older than me. And they didn't start until they were older than me. So age is all relative, right? Alex from Russia. I'm from Russia in the United States. I'm ready. I'm already almost 30 years old. Almost 30, huh? Congratulations. You're entering into it would be your fourth decade. I remember having that revelation. I'm sorry. This is probably not something I should say. But I remember the night I turned 30 and it hit me, holy cow, because I was living in Washington, D.C. at the time. This would have been in 2012, end of 2012. I turned 30. And I remember, holy cow, I actually just entered into my fourth decade on planet Earth. That didn't help my mood. But you know what I noticed is that life is all the sweeter in your 30s. That's what I've noticed. Because you start to learn patience. And maybe it's just me. But as soon as I turned 30, two things happened. I started getting a firmer grasp on what I am interested in and what I want to do for my life. Nothing specific, but I know what I like. I'm not trying to figure that out anymore. And then B, I got more patient because I started to realize that, holy cow, everything in life that's worthwhile takes time. That's a revelation hit me when I was 30, 31. But, Alex, perhaps you know that already. There's a lot of people that would know that before I did. I was on simmer. I wasn't a hard boil when it comes to maturing, I'll tell you. Vancouver, Washington. Nice. I have a friend who lives in Seattle. And let's see, misspelled almost 30 years. That's okay, Alex. I know what you meant. Misspelled almost 30 years in America. Oh, you're 39. Okay, I got you. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know everything I'm talking about right now. Cool. Well, Alex, tell me, what do you have going on with your channel right now? Do you have any plans? Do you have any videos uploaded, scheduled? What are you hoping to do? What are you hoping to accomplish with your channel? Or are you interested in collaborating and, whoops, there goes my cane. Collaborating, and if you are, what are some of your ideas? And I'm not just talking about collaboration with just me. I'm talking about in general. Are you open to that? Have you considered it? Have you done it already? Me Gamer, same with you. If you're still here, let me know. What do you think? What do you got going on with your channels? Shenanigans. What's up, John? How are you? Hey, I apologize. I didn't get around to getting TubeBuddy. I am planning on it though. After the live stream, I'm planning on doing that for you. I was going to get it anyway, so since you have an affiliate link, I was just going to do it. Guys, the Shenanigans, awesome channel. TB, another awesome channel. Hey guys, check the Shenanigans and check TB out. These guys are phenomenal. Say two things about these guys. Shenanigans, I really, really like John's channel. The reason I like it is twofold. One, he engages with a sincere, he feels very sincere with his engagement to his audience, but he's also very, very, how do you call it? What do you say? It's like cinematic. He's artistic. He's so creative. I've learned a lot of vlogging techniques from just watching his stuff. It's really good. He has a lot of really cool videos about helping small YouTubers out too. So I would check him out. And TB is the same thing when it comes to his heart for community and connecting with people. And so if you're looking for someone to really engage with, that appreciates you as the consumer of their stuff, those are two channels I recommend you guys go take a look at. I actually gave a shout out to Shenanigans last week. So if you're interested in what my take on it is, I went into a little more detail. Not a whole lot more detail, but some detail. You can take a look at that in the media shout outs playlist. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. And I do apologize again. I am going to do the TubeBuddy thing. I just haven't gotten around to it. I said I was going to do it this morning, and I didn't do it. That's my bad. I got distracted. But I plan on doing it. But I was just asking the question, guys. The Meat Gamer, if you're still here. Oh, you did answer the question. I'm sorry. Doing gaming. But what games, Meat Gamer? I've asked the question, what do you guys got coming up with your channels? What are you guys planning on doing? Any videos that you have scheduled? Any ideas on what, or any insights of what you guys plan on doing with your channels? I have three collaborations that I'm working on. I don't want to talk about who they're with because I want to kind of make that a surprise. Well, I'll say the one. I have two collaborations with, I saw that, John, thanks. I have two collaborations scheduled with Little Richie, who was the first. Her name is Lauren. She's the first content creator that I featured on the media shout out series. And so we have two comedy skits. One will be on her channel, one will be on mine. And we have them coming out here in the next couple of weeks. And so I'm looking forward to that. I haven't been able to do a lot of comedy skits lately, which is making me sad, making me cry. Yeah, I love comedy skits. If I had to choose a genre, that is probably what I would stick with. I would have to choose, and it would be a hard choice between the media shoutouts thing and the comedy skits because I like both of those. Those are my favorite things to do. And so, but I have two collaborations coming out with Little Richie, which I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. I'm really looking forward to that. She sent me a script. We collaborate on the script that I sent Lauren. But she sent me a script, and it was hilarious the moment I took a look at it. It's like, this girl's natural. She's a natural. But anyway, just looking at the comments here. Adventure indie games. Hey, Me Gamer, have you checked out Bitbot 2000? It was one of my media shoutouts creators. She does a lot of adventure indie games, a lot of interactive games. Have you checked her channel out yet? It's Bitbot 2000. The way it sounds, Bitbot with one T each. But it's right up your alley, guy. I really think you guys would hit it off. Reviews make people laugh. Alex, all right. On an app called Snacked, I made something called Dave's Kitchen. And I thought about remaking it because it was made for a small video app, so it's like in box format. And cool, that's awesome. And I'm thinking about refilming Dave's Kitchen, and I tagged Fun Foods on YouTube because he was on the Snacked App at the time. By the way, follow Fun Foods. Fun Foods YT. It's James Lamprey. Love the channel. He creates a lot of really awesome, you know, Mountain Dew Pop Tarts, for example. He makes a lot of really creative stuff. And yeah. John, the Shenanigans, they know each other. And I met James when we collaborated for a video on Snacked once, and I saw him at Playlist in DC. He's a good guy. He's a real good guy. The but I created something called Dave's Kitchen that I think I might remake, where I toss all the ingredients into a pan, still in the can, still in the packages, and I toss it in the oven, and the oven explodes, and all these different things. So I might actually recreate the skit and put it on YouTube. I just realized I didn't share that with you guys yet. I might do that. I might do that next week. Shenanigans. I'll be on John for 3 years. Nice. John, you're at DC? You serious? What panels did you go to, dude? Dude, that's awesome. That was my first playlist. That was my first event that I've ever went to. Content creator event. This is my first one. And I loved it. I loved it. I just can't go to Florida. I can't go to Florida, and I can't go to Cali, so I can't go to VidCon. I want to, but I just don't have the money to do it yet. So every time it's in DC, I've committed. I'm going. How is Orlando? Is it the same? Is it the same? Uncle Spacey, man, what's up? How you doing? I was asking the question, what do you guys have going on with it, with your channels? I want to see what you guys have going on. Are you up for collaborations with other people, etc.? I want to connect with other small YouTubers. I just want to get to know you. So toss some information in there. Let me know what's going on. You're Whitney's kid. I know a couple of Whitneys. I need your help. It's bigger in Orlando. Seriously. Bigger in Orlando. There were a lot more panels than I was assuming in DC, which I liked, which I really preferred because I'm so green. I'm still green and learning. So I have a notebook full of notes and a bunch of business cards. In fact, one of the cool experiences that I had was that Brittle Star, who's also another content creator that I really like. His name is Stuart Reynolds. He is very down to earth, very personable, and I've been commenting on his stuff, following him on everything since I was on Vine in 2015, and I went to DC Playlist last year, and he recognized me and came over to me and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, David, I just want to come over. I recognize you. I want to shake your hand." And he gave me his business card, which I thought was the best thing ever. Look at this thing. Can you see it? I'm not sure if it's not focusing. Look at that. I thought it was great. I made a video on Twitter, and he ended up following me afterwards, where I just had a video where I was doing that. I thought it was great. But anyway, I still have his business card here. It's not like I'm fondling it or anything. That I just happened to pull out all my business cards. I'm sorting through them. I know, it's awesome, right? I thought it was great. It's the best business card I've ever seen. John, you make business cards. I thought about making one, but anyway, I'm not sure when to do it. When's the appropriate time, John? When should I make business cards? Do I have to wait until I'm in your class of sub count, or can I do it now? What do you think? Let me see here. Exposed graphics, Whitney. Okay. Uncle Spacey. Oh, that's awesome. cool. You're on my channel, huh? I have to watch out what I say about her then. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's cool. Uncle Spacey. Whitney is a business owner in my hometown. So that's someone that's actually one of my neighbors, relatively speaking. We have our own. We have your own business. Let me see. Made him at like 500 just because. You think I should make him now? Okay. I was debating that because I'm still filling this out, guy. I'm still trying to figure this out. I appreciate that, though. That's really awesome. TB, we got 300 a 300 sub special coming up and possibly some collabs. Cool. Dude, TB's channel rocks. I love TB's channel. Act as if. That's true. That's hard for me to do, by the way. Because, you know, I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm just insecure. That's possible. That's possible. You know, that's really hard for me to do, though, John. Is that something you still have to choose to do, or is that just something that comes natural? Or is it just you always deal with that and you just choose not to? Yes! The shenanigans just said I'm good at this. I made it. I made it. TB has business cards. I've had them since I created the channel. Every time we vlog in public, I give it out. Oh, nice. That's a cool way of getting to know people. I love it. I love it. You know, you guys are convincing me. I probably should do that. Shenanigans is a confident person. You portray yourself as a confident person. Maybe that's part of the reason why, you know, people feel drawn to you, I think. And I can see that. I can see that. You have that personality to you. It's a good thing, especially in front of a camera. It's a very good thing. So, any TB, can you go into what you're doing at the 300 sub mark? Well, you have the 300 subs now, right? You were at 314, 315 the last time I checked, and I don't remember. I checked it this morning. I can't remember where you're at. The Holmes is back. The TV. What is your special? What is your special video coming up at your 300 video? You don't have to tell me if you want to keep that a secret. That's fine too. Because I have a couple collaborations. I talked with. I'm doing one with Little Richie. And by the way, guys, I am always up for collaborations with people. I love talking and collaborating with people. I think it's the best thing ever. That's part of the reason why I like the Snacked app, is because it had that you're able to remix each other's clips while still maintaining ownership of the clips that are remixed. And so you're able to collaborate from wherever in the world without having to send digital files all over the place. And so I really enjoy that aspect to it. But you know what? The community here on YouTube is so vibrant, especially the small YouTuber community. I have felt like I just joined it like a month ago, guys. I'm only a month into this thing. I've been doing videos for 3 years, but the last month is the first time I've actually spent any time on YouTube, any serious time. And I feel like I've been welcomed with these open arms, you know, in this community, and I'm a part of something much bigger. It only took me a month. So, I mean, you guys are awesome. It's like and my wife has noticed it. My wife has said that I feel like she sees me as being more energetic and happier and things like this. Because as she's put it, she's observed that I'm doing it. I'm doing something that makes me come alive. So I know I'm doing something right, because it's coming alive in me. I love doing this. And I really appreciate you guys for welcoming me, you know. For only a month, you're doing amazing. Oh, thanks, TV. Appreciate that. You still at work, Mr. Holmes? And you're not lying, John. It's, shenanigans. He said that I am all about community, and I've always said this since I started. I know you have. Because when I found you, I kind of binged your channel. So, yeah. And again, if you're just here watching it, TB Shenanigans, all of these guys are really awesome channels. Go check out everyone in the feed, um, and they're all. They may not be creating content that you regularly consume, but I can guarantee you, everyone that I can see is is a real genuine creator. They want to create because they have the passion for it. So, and they're everyone that, as far as I'm aware, are community oriented. So even if they're not your cup of tea, they're your kin. They're content creators. You know what I mean? Um, so, oh, totally, totally. Oh my goodness, totally. You can create content and you can be narcissistic, right? And that's kind of the label that social media people like us have gotten, you know, because of a couple bad apples. Um, and It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. And I know everyone here agrees with me. You know, it doesn't have to be narcissistic. We're in it together, guys. Airtime is dead. We're not competing. You know, we're helping each other. We're growing each other. There's no need to compete with each other. I love that. And I'm preaching to the crowd, guys. I'm preaching to the choir because you guys are all on board on that. And I feel like I've fallen into my people. You are my people. Anyway, I feel like I'm in a confessional. Um, yeah, I know, right? We're all one big family. Holmes, I love it. That's what I love about it, you know? That's what I love about it. I love the fact that it feels like we're in this together, you know? I'm with you, Alex. I know. It's phenomenal. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's something my wife and I do. Do you ever watch the Muppets? Phenomena. Do 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 do. Whenever someone says phenomenal, we go phenomenal. Do do. Do. So, sorry. It's either I make comedy skits or I do stuff like this in public. It's just there's no option. I mean, the choice is clear. So, are you going to Orlando, John? Because that's coming up, isn't it? It's interesting about the whole community thing, though. It's I am very um, I am very, how do I say this? I am amazed that I can feel like I'm a part of a major community. And the vast majority, I'm talking the vast majority of you, I have not met yet, but I feel like I have a connection on some level. And that's the beauty behind what we do. We can connect with people that we may never meet. I mean, at what point in human history could we say that? The fact that we're alive and doing this right now is just awesome. I'm blown away by it. But then again, I'm blown away by the fact that an airplane can fly. I understand the physics. I'm still blown away by it. No Orlando this year, John. Ooh, you went to Disney. I went to Disney last year with my wife, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. My wife loved it. She's been to Disney before. I hated it. It felt like I went to four overpriced Ren fairs crammed into one plot of land, like 1 acre of land. It was more than that. But I despised it because it was like everywhere I went, it was just all it was grown men in costumes and overpriced food. That was how I thought. Then the sun went down and all the lights turned on and I saw the fireworks and it went from this, why am I going to a Ren fair when there's one right next to my house, to this gorgeous date night with my wife. And from then on, I absolutely adored it. I loved it. And it redeemed itself in my eyes. And so I feel like I walked into that situation there was no way Disney was going to impress me because I walked into it assuming I was going to hate it, and then that whole thing just turned like the most romantic thing I've ever been in with my wife, and I loved it. I loved it from then on. So it was at that point that I agreed that I go back. I actually, excuse me, I actually have a lot of footage. Um, Wait a minute, Shenanigans. We went last year going to homes. Um, with your take the kids. When my wife and I have kids, we are going because from what I understand, going with kids just makes it's a completely different experience. Going as an adult, I think, from what I've read and blogs I've read, videos that I've watched, guys specifically, if you go as an adult, it's kind of like what's the point? But if you go with a kid, you're living it through their eyes, and I think that that's a totally different experience from what I've read. So when we have kids, we're going back for sure. Um, let's see here, but think we have purchased 5 playlist tickets. Oh wow, okay. Disney Leadership Institute. Really? What is that? What is that exactly, John? And I've heard of it, but I don't know exactly what it is. Like leadership in what? Is it leadership in business? Is it in video entertainment? I'm gonna go back to the comments. I feel like I was rambling there for a second. Oh, about Disney. I actually have footage, raw video of me and my wife at Disney from last year. And now that I'm nursing a tailbone thing, I might spend some time next week putting that vlog together. So maybe I'll post that next week sometime. Holmes says that his wife won't let them go without the kids. I'm the same way. That's actually what I tell my wife too. 'Cause she wants to go back before we have kids. She wants to go back every year. Even if your wife wasn't a stay-at-home, Mr. Holmes, that she's still in charge. I've learned this the easy way. I just assumed it when I got married. Shenanigans earlier on said that don't care about the sub count. That's hard, isn't it? To actually um, choose to create content without really focusing on the sub count and not being discouraged by it. That's a very difficult thing for me to still overcome. One of the first things that I do every morning is I look at my sub count, and I'm trying to teach myself not to do that because it's not necessarily about it. I need to keep tabs on my SEO. I need to keep tabs on this because I don't know if you saw, I am buying TubeBuddy after the live stream, and I want to do better as far as optimizing my videos. Not to mention do better in my videos. Uh, but it's but one of the hardest things is to not judge the value of what I do based solely upon my sub count. And I know that there's a difference. There's a differentiation between how my work is accepted and the value of the work. There is a difference there. So it's something that I've been learning how to do. Mr. TB, good night, sir. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Yeah, Shenanigans has a lot of really good videos about exactly what I just said. And that's been that's been a lifeline for me, to be honest. Uh, Someone who's just brand new, and John, you've been doing it now for 3 years, has it been? 3, 4 years? So you have some time under your belt. And I think that um, it's something that I'll gain over time because there's an emotional aspect to it, isn't there? It's like we're all creative people on some level. And if you're a content creator, you're especially creative because you had the desire to make something, to create something. And being a creator is it's to me it's like every video I make is a child that I've given birth to. And I know I can't really say that because I'm a guy and the pleasure of giving birth will never be mine. But it's like I'm creating a life that takes on a personality all on its own as it interacts with other people. You know, I can do the best I can to mature it, but once it's released, it's released. And if it doesn't do well, you take it personally. You know, it's like a parent. Um, and learning to create for the sake of creating, cataloging memories, as John Shenanigans put it. I like that. I'm creating a volume of my work that my children, when they're older, can go back and watch. And that's just awesome. That's awesome. I love that perspective. But it's hard in the beginning. It's hard for me to, reorient, to renew my mind, as Paul would say. According to all of that. But anyway, I feel like I'm losing track of all the comments here. Lots of topics, but learning about leadership and business and how Disney thinks. Do you recommend it, John, going to the Disney Leadership Institute? Is that something you'd recommend? And how long is it? I mean, how long are you talking about being there? Was it like a couple of days, a week, a semester? Mr. Holmes, no, he Shenanigans has a lot of really helpful videos. He really does. He really does. I got that boy. I smashed that boy's bell next to that subscription button. Every single time Shenanigans posts a video, I am there. I am there. Same thing with TV. Same thing with a few other channels. If I ever shout someone out a media shout out, it's because I have that bell pressed. I really, really like it. So, dude, did you ever hear? You look cool. It's the beard, John. You got to keep the beard. Your beard needs its own channel. My opinion, John. Your beard needs its own Facebook page. I don't know if there's a website. I don't know if it's there anymore, but it was a movie review website where the guy had a big beard. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. And instead of giving 5 stars for a movie, up to 5 stars, you would have up to 5 beards. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was really funny. It was a cool gimmick. It was a really cool gimmick. So, guys, what else is happening? I mean, you guys, John, do you have any cool videos coming out soon? Any videos you want to tell people about as far as small YouTuber help, or do you have any vlogs coming out? Because you filmed a couple of vlogs this weekend, at least that's what your last video said. Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you got going on as far as your channel is concerned? Alex, you actually said something about what's coming up. I think I missed your comment. Yeah, Alex, you had back surgery, and you do it. You make videos. Alex, that's amazing. I'm so happy that you are able to create content and that helps you work through what you're going through. Um, that's such a healthy way to do it. I love it. I love that. Shenanigans always have logs in the burner. Talking head videos. Is that what this is called? Talking head videos, the style that you do? Or is that the what you call it? I'm so green, John. I need you to help me with my vocabulary. Because I don't want to go around. That's what you call it. Do you mind if I borrow it? Because I really kind of like that. I'll give you credit. Copyright's yours. I was hoping that that was official talk, like official creator lingo. Um, we can make it official lingo. Um, Talking head videos. That's what I'll call from that one. But but no, Alex just said that she was well, she didn't just say it, but she had back surgery, and to help her cope with what she's going through, she's making content and just really enjoying herself watching. It's, I love the fact that you're turning something like that, Alex, into creative energy. That inspires me. That really inspires me. So, anyone got any collaborations coming down the pike? Any interest for collaborations? Where does everyone live? Where are you guys from? I'm nestled in the middle of the Appalachian Valley here in central Pennsylvania. Where are you living, John, in Virginia? Where in Virginia? What city? I used to live in Fairfax. Is it anywhere near you? You're in Florida, dude. Wait, Holmes, you were the one that said that you're right next to where they're gonna do it. Yeah, where are you in relation to Orlando? I'm talking about playlist. But no, John, I used to live in Fairfax. I lived in Fairfax for about 2 years, and then I lived in DC proper. I lived in Anacostia for about a year, southeast quadrant of the city. That was back in 2011, 2011, 12, and 13. Then I moved back home, married my lovely. Cool. Northern Virginia, the breadbasket. I loved Fairfax, the colonial part of the town. Oh, loved it. They had a coffee shop there that I used to just sit there and enjoy myself. I love colonial historical districts. 2 hours. Does Matt live in? Matt lives in PA? Really? Huh. Didn't realize there were so many claw machines in Pennsylvania. I love Matt's channel, by the way. Matt's. I contacted Matt. I never met him. I'd like to. He seems like he's a really cool kid. But I asked him if I could do, because I'm expanding the media shoutouts to include established folks, a separate playlist, and he gave me permission to shout his channel out. I wanted to ask permission because I was going to take some of his clips, and I'm doing it different. Where the small YouTube channels, I'm kind of introducing what I like about them. The established channels hardly need me to tell people about them, really. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create comedy skits that introduce them, you know. And I found I have a neat little idea on how I could turn some of his videos into a comedy skit, and he gave me permission to do it. So So I'll be doing that here. Hopefully, as soon as I can heal the tailbone up and I can get in front of a green screen, uh, that'll be probably in about a month. I'll do his. I'm doing one for James too, Fun Foods, and one other person if I can get him to agree to the script. Yeah. So how did that happen? Did you guys just meet there and hit it off, or did you guys know each other prior? What's the deal there? Saint Augustine. I missed something, I think. Oh, Florida. Yeah, I've never been. That's cool, John. Met you. Well, that's how it works sometimes. That's awesome. I love the fact that you guys connected. That and I have this hunch that everyone who's around John, the shenanigans, probably just wants to be friends with him. He has that personality about him. Yeah. Usually when people get around me, they start questioning God's existence. It's like, how could that even happen? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, really? That's cool. Mr. Holmes, my wife and I talked about starting a second channel. Maybe cool. We worked many years in the law enforcement world. Really? Um, so, Holmes, you're talking about starting a channel dealing with law enforcement. What's your angle there? You worked many years in law enforcement world, but now I'm in the private agency. What's your thoughts, guys? I know a lot of people. I have a lot of friends in Pennsylvania who uh, who watch channels that deal with law enforcement and security and stuff like that. It's because it's the realm that they're in. Um, so do it, man. If you love to do it, I'm sure there's an audience for it. My goodness. Now, I have a tendency to mix comedy in with things. So whenever I hear about law enforcement, I'm thinking about turning or merging something like Law and Order with, I don't know, Night Court. If you ever watch Night Court, Night Court. Forget about Law and Order and Night Court. Just do Night Court. I forgot about Night Court. It's a great show. That dates me a little bit. That dates me a little bit. So, guys, we've been on here for almost an hour. That's cool. So I'm going to be doing live streams like this once a week, every Saturday. I'm sorry, every Wednesday night at like 8:30. I'll do um, I'll do live streams like this. Uh, just want to get to know you guys, have conversations, talk about what's happening with each other's channels. Um, because truth be told, we are so swamped with making content. Well, recently less so because I've been healing up, been taking some time off. But I make websites for a living. I build websites. I'm a PHP WordPress guy, and so that's what I do. And so I'm swamped with that, and then I have family time. I need to spend time with the beautiful one, and then uh, I'm making content, writing things, and I'm connecting with people on Twitter. Uh, and so sometimes um, I forget who I'm following and I need to go spend time engaging with their stuff, which is typically me for the last 2 or 3 hours. Um, which is typically me for the last couple hours in bed. Lights are out, I have headphones on, and my wife will see me on the phone watching videos and connecting with people. So I want to do live streams so I can connect with you guys and actually dedicate the time. I need to put my schedule together. So Wednesdays, 8 o'clock at night, I'm going to be doing live streams. Um, and and that's the content that I'm making on Wednesday nights. I'm doing live streams, and so I will not focus on content creation on Wednesdays because when the day's done, that's when you and I can talk. And so that's what I'm going to do. So next Wednesday, I do the same thing. This Saturday, I am going to be doing another media shout outs. I've already uploaded it, and it's ready to go. I'm looking forward to that. That was really fun to make. I tried to work in a different format, slightly different format, and make it a little more comedic because that's kind of my thing. So let me know what you guys think of that. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. It's been a month. Believe it or not, we now have 5 videos in the media shoutout series. And so it's been a little over a month. It was a month this past Saturday that I joined YouTube. This YouTube channel's been up since 2014, but I actually didn't really use it on a faithful basis as far as a regular basis until a month ago. And I really appreciate you guys. I feel like I have a family, a much bigger family than I ever thought possible with the time frame that I've been on. So, all right, guys. Well, you guys have a great night. I really appreciate it. John, thanks for joining me, by the way. Appreciate the shenanigans. And the Holmes, thanks for coming in. Alex, thank you, sir. And I'll see you guys later, okay? See you guys.